everyone, welcome back. Thank you for sharing your energy with me today. If you're new here, welcome in. My name is Jane. I am a psychic and an energy intuitive. On this channel, I connect with energies that will bring messages for assistance, with insight, with guidance, education, truth, and confirmations. These are to help you, to guide you on your soul's path. All of our sessions are timeless, so whenever you find this message, it's the right time for you to hear it. And don't try to force anything or try to make anything fit. If it's for you, you will resonate with it. So with that, let the magic begin. I get pre-downloads for anyone that's new here. And today, Spirit was saying to me about rising into a higher spiritual power and what is holding you back from that. So you are someone that is a survivor and you have strength and determination. I was told that you have survived harsh times and or environments. You keep moving forward and you will come up with a strategy when you're faced with challenges, and you use timing and calculated moves, and that's how you deal with all of your life struggles. So being adaptable to change without losing your essence of truth and authenticity, you know, Spirit is very impressed with that. Also, you have developed like qualities of patience, and you just with you every time you accomplish some kind of challenge or you overcome it, you move forward with more focus and even more willpower. So you have a deep connection with your inner wisdom and your intuition. And they talked about that you're starting a new chapter. So with that, oh, and my visions today were of a leopard and a shark. So let's see what the cards have in store for us and find out about you rising into a higher spiritual power and what could possibly be holding you back at this time. All right, Spirit, I'm ready if you are. Okay. Number 15 is Starry Night. The beaming and glistening light from the stars remind you that there is hope for your future. Yeah. And this one here, collaboration. Say yes to the exciting new opportunities and partnerships that are on their way to you now. Yeah, because it said that you were starting a new chapter. Like, look at that card. That's beautiful. Look at that. Looks like a diamond in the middle. Okay, Spirit, is there any more here? More cards here, Spirit. Okay. They're asking me to split the deck here. So one more card with the split deck. A beacon of light, number 63. You are a leader, a teacher, a mentor for many people around you, Spirit. That's because you have that strategy about you that, you know, you're really authentic and truthful too. So having that, well, because a heart of compassion, there are many people around you now who benefit from your loving, compassionate heart. Look at that, Spirit. All right. All right, here we go. Let's see here. This is number 15, number 16, number 63. All right, they're asking me to bring out an animal oracle. Look, 44 guidance of zebra, because I was saying how you're patient. It says, I am patient and wait for the whole story to unfold before judging others. Yes, that's what you do. You you have a strategy and you use all those deep connections you have with your inner wisdom and your intuition, and you use all that to move forward. You know, being adaptable to change without losing your essence of truth and authenticity And then developing qualities of patience and focus and willpower. Like that's like a really amazing feat because, you know, this day and age, there's a lot to stress and become. Guidance of the deer. I'm gentle with myself and release all blame and shame. Very good, Spirit. Yeah, you're rocking. What's going on here? Yeah, because you've probably been stung a few dozen times here. I examine my own toxic tendencies. I am vulnerable with myself and others. Okay, so if, you know, this Spirit, if this person is so, you know, balanced basically, because it seems like there's a lot of, you know, understanding of themselves, like, then what is holding them back from a higher spiritual thing? Okay, they're asking me to bring out one more animal. Okay, so ant, yeah, that's being able to cooperate and work with others. Then I'm going to bring one of these out, one more of these out here. Okay. Okay, Spirit. That's that change. The butterfly, be ready to transform with wisdom. Oh, Spirit. Okay, so they're asking me to switch over, you know, the bear is here. Use your power with wisdom. I think you're going to be given some kind of power or wisdom. Yeah, because look, I just split it on owl. Listen to the messages from the angels. Okay, so the angels are going to bring you some kind of message right now. And I don't, and you know, I'm going to tell you that every time that even both animal oracle decks, the dolphin kept coming out, and I just split the deck again, and it's on dolphin yet again. So that's like 3 times it's split just for this one reading. 2 off camera, and well, I guess all of them off camera, right? But you know, and I just noticed there's 3 dolphins here. So I don't know if there's just 3 more things you need to go through, or there's 3 things they want to tell you. And the dolphins too, like they're very playful, and they use like sonar for communicating. Jeez, I thought something was on fire. I forgot I had a thing going here. I gotta put that out because it's whoosh, it's kind of smoking me out a little bit. Okay, Spirit, I want this one here. So let's find out here what's going on. Competition. Healthy competition is driving you to improve. It provides motivation and leads to personal growth through interactions with others. You know, competition can be healthy, but it can be also unhealthy too. Because competition is not a way to, like, competing with another soul, because it's not a competition. You know what I mean? And then trust. Trust in your relationship is rock solid no matter what challenges arise. This trust provides a foundation for growth. Again, they're talking about that growth. The beaming and glistening light from the stars remind you that there is hope for your future. It's on the bottom. Reconciliation. Past wounds are healing. You and another person are finding a way to reconcile and move forward with greater understanding. Yeah, maybe that's what was going on. There was like some kind of competition you had going on because it was a trust breakdown. But you know, like, oh, look, in family too. And that makes sense because most of our traumas do come from family. Look, emotional repair right behind that, independence. You know, yeah, you know, they did say that you were somebody that was really independent. Okay, so unresolved issues or emotional conflicts within the family are causing stress. It's time to confront these issues. Okay. And then it has the emotional repair. So, you know, this is something I think that you've accomplished somehow. Yeah, okay. You know, I think maybe you've gone through a separation, and maybe things are kind of working themselves back out again. Okay. energize, energy harmonization. Look at that. That's that balancing. Okay. Language of the cosmos. Decode the cosmic language or deeper insights and guidance. Language, communication, and cosmos. Okay, Spirit. Heart awakening. Activate deep heart awareness to experience true love. Awakening love. Feel. Okay, so what they're saying here is that this is why you haven't been receiving, haven't been able to get into a higher spiritual level, because you had something going on with this competition. Maybe it was competition with your mate, with your partner, and then it caused like a breakdown, because like this deck here has brought out that, you know, there was, what did it say again? Jeez, I'm all off today. Yeah, about your family and about the independence and about this emotional repair. And then it's now bringing this, like, you figured of some kind of strategy or something, and you used the timing, you used all that, that intuition, knowing like when it was wise to move forward. Okay. Is there anything else in this one, Spirit? Okay, one more. What is with the threes, or something about the self-transformation? Emerge self-transformation. Embrace self-transformation as a journey of evolution and growth. Yeah, see, it talks about that growth. Even this is talking about the growth a lot. Also, they're mentioning how, oh my gosh, that's a moth or a butterfly? That's another butterfly. I guess it kind of looks like a moth. I don't know. Could be either, I suppose. And I think it's more butterfly because of like how the design is on the wings. But either or, moths and butterflies are pretty much the same. They talk about transformation and that growth. There's something about the growth that, you know, maybe that's where your growth had to come from, was like to figure out this competition thing, to learn to trust, so that they could do this heart awakening. Look, authentic expression, just like they were saying in the pre-download. And it says here, express yourself authentically to release inner freedom and creativity, expression, authenticity, and freedom. Yeah, Spirit. See, and that's where they were talking about, you know, everything that they were just saying in my pre-download, that even though that you've gone through a lot and you've had like really harsh environments, and perhaps like your heart's been, you know, crushed a lot, you know, you haven't lost that essence of, you know, the truth of who you are, and that you're a truthful, authentic person. The only problem is, Spirit, is if they have all of this going on, then what is stopping them from the higher spiritual power? Like, what's stopping them? Like, what's holding them back? They're telling me to bring out something. I don't know what that is. What? Okay. They're asking me to bring out this awakening, intuition cards here. There's something in here. Let's see. They're asking me to pull something from this book as well, so we'll do that in a minute. Ground into the physical world. Pay attention in managing a practical details of earthly life. I don't think that's what it is. Oh, interference from intense emotions. Is this the one? Oh, intense emotions may be jamming your intuitive radar Acknowledge the process feelings, discern and use messages within them, and allow your emotions to calm before consulting sixth sense. Ask those who are more objective and detached for their intuition opinion. Emotional storms blind intuitive vision. Now let emotional support be the focal point. Okay, because they're saying how, like, you're somebody that, like, when you're moving forward, you focus, and you use your willpower. So that's what they're talking about here. Like, let emotional support be your focal point. So this must be this reconciliation that they're talking about. And it comes right underneath this collaboration too, right? And they're saying something about trusting this. Look, and then right underneath, oh, look at that. That's funny because, like, you have 24 and then you have 12, which is half of 24. Oh my goodness, Spirit. That's very funny because that means it's half of the other half of you. Let me see here. You're being directed to work more proactively with your spiritual guidance squad and team of angels, ancestors, and spirit guides that support you. Reach out in your thoughts, journal, or prayers and watch for helpful people, resources, opportunities, or intuitive guidance to show up. Your free will requests empower your guides to do more. Your free will requests empower your guides to do more. Yeah, see, your free will, your free will is always, yeah, you do half, they do half. Okay. All right, and there's something from this book here. I don't know what this is. They haven't had me bring out a book in a long time, actually, so I'm just going to do this on camera without working all the cards. Okay, here. That's a cup of tea by the looks of that. Everyone expresses themselves a little differently. Some people are as quiet as a wind chime caught in a gentle summer breeze, while some are as loud as a church bell on a Sunday morning. The less grand expressions of love are in no way less valuable. In the steaming cup of tea served without requests, in the photographs proudly displayed on desks, in the slippery path salted for safety, the signs are always there. Should anyone ever try to go looking for them? Oh, so that's what they're talking about. They're saying that they're giving you signs. So they're giving you signs, but you're not looking at them. Okay, so that's it, Spirit. There's one more. What is it? Okay. Okay, so they want to give you a postcard here. So let's see what's going on. Okay, so that's what's happening. These intense emotions. But that makes sense because, like, if you're going through a lot of intense emotions, that's going to block, because it's in an interference, basically. Okay, so they're talking about partnering with your guides because, it's funny because the number 12 and then the number 24 too. So it has to do with you partnering with your guides, your angels, and your ancestors to help support you to get through this. And it's about dealing with these intense emotions. Whoa, Spirit. Okay. So they're asking me to pull out a card here. So let's, again, do that on camera. This one. This one. Okay. This one, you are loved. It has a rose on it with a little cherub. Okay. Dearest you, we here on the other side have an important thing to declare. Love is the answer to literally everything. Do not necessarily mean romantic or erotic love, although they are wonderful, but sometimes something above and beyond that. Everything alive in the world was first created by love. Spirit sends love to animate life, and birth it into existence. Love is without conditions, and it is based in reverence and a fierce and joyful respect for life. Love thrives when you focus on it, and we want you to turn away from anything that causes it to wane. Love, it love is when you no longer see yourself or others separate from, better or less than, etc. When you act as love, you give permission to the world to thrive and grow as it will. Can you let go of what is not love and ask, what would love do? Love is waiting for you always and forever. We just adore you over here. So that's the answers right there. And you know what? And it actually, it comes out again right above the where they want to awaken your heart. Spirit. It's beautiful. Is there anything else? They said, nope, that's it. Okay, so with that, Spirit, I'm going to close the reading. And I hope this is going to be helpful for somebody that, I don't know if you've been really trying hard to rise in your spiritual evolution, and you just feel maybe you're hitting like these roadblocks or something, or you don't seem to be like rising up into the level you want. And this is the reason why. So, going through these human emotions, it takes time to like sort those all out. But because they brought the butterfly out twice, it tells me that you're going through like transformations, like self-transformation times two here. That's pretty wonderful. And then, that alone too it's a lot. And then, this also reminds me of the what's that bird that burns up and is rebirthed? The phoenix. Yeah, the phoenix. Thank you, Spirit. That reminds me of the phoenix as well, right? And this person here, that there's this guy here with this book. So it's almost like, they have all the things you need, all the steps, all the stages that you need. And this is just another stage that they want to help you with. So with that, I'm going to leave you for, hopefully you'll have a good day. And with that, I'm going to send you love and light.